Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Illuminate, Navigate, Radiate, a journey of emotional resilience. I'm your host, Brandon, and I'm excited to jump into our second episode of our February series. Last week, we focused on the word illuminate, what that means, how that relates to, shining the light on your darkness, kind of facing those challenges, and looking at them and starting to figure out a plan of how to approach them. So today we're going to focus on navigate, the second word in our title, the second word of our focus. And I'm excited about this one. Navigating that journey to recovery, and working on recovery can be in a very exciting time, very challenging. But this is when that excitement for life can start to come back. This is when you can start to feel like yourself again. And that is such an empowering feeling, and an exciting feeling, and one that I remember feeling early on, of getting clean, that I never thought that my life could be worth living. And so when I started to feel like it was worth living, it was very exciting. And so, navigating is that way of finding, yourself through the difficulties, the challenges, the uncharted territory, if you will, that we haven't experienced in a while. It's that, for me and drugs, it was being clean and being sober. I'd been high and drunk for so long that I didn't know how to live life, not high. And so really when I was 25 is when I got clean, and I felt like I was just reborn. I felt like I had to relearn how to do everything in my life. And that, whether that was connecting with people, whether that was just having a daily routine, whether that was, finding a job and taking care of responsibilities, and how to cope with my emotions. There was a lot of different things I had to navigate early on that I just wasn't used to, so that process of navigating can be setting goals, it can be making decisions, it can be, overcoming those obstacles, that we start to face, that can empower us, as we look to recover from whatever it is that we're going through, whatever emotional turmoil, whatever, mental health issues, whatever physical issues. Whenever we start to navigate those to better places, that can really empower us to feel that strength and that courage. And this is when, we start to really embody the spirit of resilience and adaptability. Those two things are so key, in this step, to build that resilience and be able to adapt. Before, if something went wrong, or I couldn't get high, or my drug dealer was taking a little longer, I had no adaptability. If I didn't get my drugs, I wasn't moving. I wasn't getting out of bed. I wasn't, I didn't have a day. I would just sit there and I would wait and wait and wait. So I wasn't able to adapt. And that's been one thing that I feel really good about, going through recoveries. I feel like I can adapt in different situations, different scenarios. I've been working in an environment where I've had to adapt, at a lot of different times. Whether it was the spur of the moment, or going in and something being completely different than what I expected. So I had to adjust and change. And it really gave me a lot of self-confidence that I just didn't have before. And that resilience part of it is that you just have to keep going. There's so many, examples of resilience, around us in the world, whether it's famous people or whether maybe it's your parents, your grandparents, your siblings, your kids, your spouse, whatever it may be. To really embody resilience is to be able to keep taking some of those punches and get back up, to be able to, get knocked down, to get pushed back, to get held back, but just doing whatever you can to crawl and keep moving forward. So navigating is really that bridge between, illumination and radiance. It's that part that takes us from that awareness of our challenges, to being able to embrace those challenges and then exude that energy and that radiance part of it. But the navigation is what gets us there. And it can take a lot of planning, it can take a lot of goal setting. You want to be able to look at that and say, okay, where do I want to be at the end of today? Where do I want to be tomorrow? Where do I want to be 6 months from now? Some of us, it may be restarting completely. Some of us may be just kind of bouncing back from maybe some things going wrong, but we have to be able to set those goals in order to get through this phase, right? In order to navigate to where we want to be. And however that looks or works for you is the most important. Some people can set really big goals and they push and they push, and that's what motivates them. They want to set those goals that almost seem impossible. And if they don't make it, that's all right. They're going to be able to keep going. Other people like to set smaller goals. They like to take those little steps and be able to pat themselves on the back maybe a little bit sooner, because it gives that confidence to keep going. And whatever that looks like for you, navigating is all about embracing that journey itself. It's all about understanding that this is a process, that this is a journey, and it's going to go up and down. You're going to have those moments where you get slapped in the face. You're going to have those moments where whether it's an hour or a week where it just feels like things aren't getting better, and that's okay. That's where we have to just be able to give ourselves a break and understand that it's not always going to be easy. Once we shine that light on our darkness, doesn't mean it's just always going to be this bright life that we live. We're going to go through those challenges, and as we navigate those, we give ourselves confidence to get through that one, and then the next one, and then the next one. And then as challenges keep coming, we understand that, okay, well, I got through this last one. These are the tools that got me through it. These are what I'm going to use to get through this one. And then sometimes we have to adjust and change those, but every time we emerge a little bit stronger and a little bit more empowered than we were in the previous one. And it's really a testament to your determination and your resilience, the way you navigate. It's a reminder that no matter how challenging that the road may be and how challenging some of those things are, you do have the power to chart your own course to navigate towards that brighter future. And when you set those intentions and you gain some self-discipline and you seek that support that you need at times, that you can't just do it by yourself, you're able to navigate through the complexities of recovery with grace and courage. And courage is a big part of it. You have to be willing to take some chances in this stage. You have to be willing to kind of put yourself out there in ways that you haven't before, and you have to be willing to slip up and fail, fall on your face, and then get up and try it again. But that courage is also a huge part of this navigation phase, because again, you're going to be facing things that maybe before you turn to drugs, maybe before you turn to a different addiction, maybe before that's where you had your relapses and in the depressive states or the anxiety states or whatever that may be. We're gonna have to learn how to face those things with tools that get us through them. So as you go through the navigation process, just remember that every obstacle that you face is an opportunity for growth. Each setback is a chance to learn and evolve. And every success, again, is that testament to your resilience and your determination. embrace those obstacles, embrace those setbacks, because when we have those, that makes the next challenges and the next triumphs even better, because we've already faced, bigger things, smaller things, but it continues to build that confidence, that self-confidence in us to keep taking those steps. Eventually, to where we get to that last phase of, radiance, of radiating that energy out in many different ways. And we'll save that for next week to dive into that a little bit more. But the navigation part of it is just, that can be the best part of it, because you're learning more about yourself as you go. You're learning what you're really, really capable of. You're growing that excitement for life that maybe you haven't felt in a long time. And that is what makes the navigation stage of it so awesome, so amazing, so special. And so I appreciate you, taking the time to listen again, to be on this journey with us into creating this community of awareness, of support, of, just more out there when it comes to sharing those successes, to be able to say I'm struggling and that be okay. So again, I appreciate your time. If you like what you're hearing, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, drop some comments of different maybe topics or journeys, examples of journeys that you want to see in the future, and we'll bring those to you. So again, thank you for your time and listening today. This has been Illuminate, Navigate, Radiate, a journey of emotional resilience. Have a great rest of your day.